Ocarina of Time 3D. One of the most loved 3DS games of all time, often being looked upon as a must-play 10 out of 10 title for the 3DS. But why? You see, I own an Aqua Blue 3DS, one of those original models. And I've played lots of what are considered to be great games. I've played Mario games, Pokemon games, Kirby games, and lots of other third-party titles on there. And they're great. But one which I knew about but never decided to play was Ocarina of Time 3DS and Majora's Mask 3DS, both being remakes of their N64 versions. And I decided, since I really have never finished a Zelda game, I mean, I've played a few of the older ones, but never really finished them, I decided that I want to beat and play through the entirety of Ocarina of Time 3D. As I've heard great things about both the N64 version and the 3D version. I mean, I thought the game was going to be good, for sure, but nothing like special, nothing phenomenal. But boy, was I wrong. The game is just great. But why? You see, the game is in general great all around. The music, most of it is phenomenal. The sound's great. But the gameplay and combat, they're nothing like exceptional. They're not like top tier. But as a remake of the original Ocarina of Time, which was on the N64, it basically makes everything better. Graphics look much better. Sound quality better. Gameplay is mostly the same, but a lot of it has been fitted for the 3DS, as there's different buttons and different controls, and to some it may even feel more natural. I mean, the combat I think is still the same. But as a remake, as I said earlier, it makes everything better. It didn't lose any features, unlike Majora's Mask 3DS. And it is widely considered the best and most definitive way to play the game, aside from like mods for the game if you're playing it through an emulator on PC, but I'm just talking about the console versions. But there is one thing which makes the game one of the best, which I've not mentioned yet, and a lot of people overlook it, that being the 3D slider. The 3D slider, which if you turned it up would be a 3D effect, kind of like the 3D effects you see in 3D movies, but you don't need the glasses. The downside of that is that if you look at it from certain angles, it may start looking distorted. If you move the console too much, it may start looking distorted as well. And it gave some people motion sickness and headaches. Luckily, not for me. And because of all those things, Nintendo did not put it into many of their games, and even if they did, most of the 3D for them was weak. It was not anything phenomenal. Which is why they also made the 2DS later on, which completely removed it. And sadly, it's sort of a forgotten feature. But one of the games which did utilize it insanely well was Ocarina of Time 3D. Unlike other games that just used it decently, Ocarina of Time 3D is probably the game which uses the 3D slider to the max. You turn it all the way up and the game gets much more depth. And in general just looks so much better. And I mean, you can go on YouTube, search for videos or pictures of 3D side by side, but it is not nearly gonna be the same, like, wow effect as if you do it in real life. And the 3D really just makes it feel much more immersive to play. And finally, in my opinion, the game, there's nothing bad about it. It's only upgrades. And I know some people really wanted a lot of extra content for it. Sadly, there's not that much extra content, but there's still side quests and stuff. And the great thing about it is simplicity. Not every game has to have over-the-top graphics, be insanely long, like 100 hours plus, have perfect gameplay or something. As long as the things are done well, the game's great, and that's the case with Ocarina of Time 3D. And if you do have a 3DS, and even if you don't, and you just want to emulate, or even just play the original N64 version, I would highly, and I mean like very highly, recommend you to play it. The game can be beaten in like, I'm pretty sure 20 hours or under if you're really speedrunning it. I took like 30 to 50 hours, I'm pretty sure around 40 to beat it. And yeah, I have nothing bad to say. If you did enjoy, please do consider either leaving a like, subscribing, or commenting. I love reading comments. And my first 2 videos did really well. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, and thanks. Goodbye.